Good Thursday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the video forecast discussion for this Thursday, the 2nd of June already, 2016. Morning pass of the visible satellite imagery this morning shows a couple of things. Moisture building in over western Pennsylvania, western New York, with some rain showers in this location moving rapidly to the north and east. We have an onshore flow here with high pressure off of the New England coast. It's bringing in the low clouds and stratus to a large chunk of New Jersey. There's breaks southwest and also to the northwest over the interior northwestern regions of Jersey. There's also breaks across Long Island Sound, the North Shore, and also portions of Connecticut this morning. This looks like it's going to clear out during the next couple of hours as we get more sunshine filtering in. This is what is left over of post-tropical storm Bonnie, still hugging and spinning around the North Carolina coastal tidal water here. With some rain still in this region. We'll take a look at the water vapor channel in a moment. We can definitely see a few things here. We've got moisture building in across western New York and western Pennsylvania this morning with a cold front that will be approaching the region during tomorrow. This is well in advance of the front, and this is what's left over with the lifting mechanism of post-tropical storm Bonnie off the North Carolina coast, and this is providing some cloud cover and also some rain in this region as well. Doppler radar mosaic shows the warm air advective rain moving in ahead of the warm front across Ohio and western New York into the Great Lakes and western New York here. And what's left over with this moisture still spinning around with moderate to heavy rain falling across the tidal water here of the North Carolina coast. Everything else is high and dry, despite what you might be seeing here with these little blips of blue here on the radar mosaic here. This is not reaching the ground. We don't have much fog this morning, but we do have lots of low clouds and ceilings of 600, 700 feet, and also 1,100 feet across northeastern New Jersey. Coastal regions here experiencing a lot of low clouds with the stratus moving in, advecting in from off of the ocean on an easterly flow. We can see this with our wind barbs here. Temperatures already in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, urban areas rising into the mid-60s already. The upper 50s and lower 60s here across northwestern New Jersey. And of course, we've got temperatures already in the low to the mid-60s across portions of southeastern Pennsylvania and central and southern New Jersey this morning. We have no watches, warnings, or advisories, and that's good news. Post-tropical cyclone Bonnie here at 5 a.m. this morning, still trying to hug itself and maintain itself. We've got winds at about 20 miles an hour, central pressure at about 10 millibars, and it's slowly moving to the east-northeast at 9 miles an hour. It's finally going to get kicked out of here tomorrow by this cold front out to the west. And of course, we still have tremendous amounts of rainfall and flooding, severe, catastrophic weather occurring through large chunks of Texas. We don't have time to cover that on the video this morning. This will begin to get picked up and move out to sea tomorrow with this cold front and this area of low pressure that's now providing all of the severe weather and very heavy rainfall and flooding, tremendous amounts of flooding, rivers flooding over, cresting over banks beyond belief here across Texas. This is going to lift to the north and east and provide us with a rainy Sunday, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get into that in just a moment. Pollen forecast for today and is on the medium to high side. Tomorrow we're expecting more showers, so that should lower it into the low to medium range. It's oak, grasses, and mulberry. Your 5-day forecast looking a little bit better. Today it's on the high side. Tomorrow, Saturday, low to medium side. Sunday with rain, low side, and Monday pretty much up to the medium side. But this is all improving with the bouts of rainfall that will be occurring over the next 60 to 72 hours across the region. New Jersey surf zone forecast for today, cloudy. There'll be some patchy fog early this morning. Most of the clouds will linger into the afternoon around the coast, so not such a great morning or afternoon out there. But high temperatures around 70 with those onshore winds, and they'll be out of the east at around 10. Surf at about 3 feet, which is calm. Dominant period every 8 seconds out of a southeast swell at 2 feet. Surf temperature still chilly at 60. UVI index, even with the clouds, is high at 9. Rip current risk low, but always never swim alone and never swim near piers and jetties. We've passed the high tide cycles at all the sites this morning. The next high tides will be coming in late this afternoon into early this evening. On the aviational weather deck this morning, we have plenty of MVFR and IFR conditions across the region. This morning, marine stratus leading to IFR ceilings at Trenton, Philadelphia, Atlantic City, and Millville. Drier air associated with high pressure to the north has done a good job in impeding the inland progression of these clouds from Philadelphia and Wilmington are on the western fringe of these low clouds and thus bounced around back to IFR, MVFR, and VFR early this morning. Expect the low clouds to quickly mix out from west to east between sunrise this morning and a little bit later, giving way to VFR conditions for the rest of the day. Low clouds are redeveloping again tonight, advecting in from off the ocean from Atlantic City and Millville initially, and then expanding into the I-95 terminals during the late night and overnight hours. There is still some uncertainty in the timing of the stratus. The outlook for Friday and Friday night, MVFR and IFR, with scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly Friday afternoon and evening, winds about 10 knots. Saturday, VFR, best day of the weekend, winds under 10 knots. Saturday night and Sunday, MVFR and IFR again return in periods of showers and thunderstorms. Southwest winds gusting up to 20 knots Sunday afternoon. We return to VFR briefly on Monday. Westerly winds gusting to around 20 knots. So we've got a busy forecast coming up. Right now, 64 in Newark, 2.58, muggy, 50 relative humidity, 81%. The wind is out of the east at about 6, overcast skies, scattered clouds, 1,200, broken at 25,000. Again, basically VFR conditions in place. Now, Philadelphia is in VFR right now, and it will probably remain so for the rest of today. Temperature at 63, dew point 58, humidity 84%. The wind is northeast at 7. Few clouds at 900, scattered at 18,000, broken 25,000. And again, the story will be basically an outlier shower around the region later this afternoon and evening, but basically VFR conditions in place for most of the terminal area for the rest of today. Let's do some temperature and precipitation output for you today before we get into the modeling. Onshore flow, course the coast, temperatures around 70, cool water temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s with that onshore flow right along the coast. Interior sections where breaks of sunshine really going to start popping out, especially southeastern Pennsylvania, the I-95 corridor here, excepting perhaps Dover and the Chesapeake and the Delaware beaches here. But outside of that, interior sections, upper 70s to low 80s. Friday is looking okay in terms of temperature, but there will be an increase in shower and thunderstorm activity throughout the day. So with that and the southerly flow and more clouds, temperatures will be holding in the 70s, predominantly most areas. Saturday is right now is our best day, our warmest day of the weekend. Temperatures will be again running in the upper 70s to around 80 at the coast, and the low to the mid 80s over the interior. Sunday, the southerly flow continues to build in across the region, and we're probably going to get a lot more rain around here during the day on Sunday, and that is rain-cooled air and muggy conditions. We're expecting temperatures to remain basically in the 70s for most of the forecast region. We could topple up to around 80 in southwest Jersey and the Philadelphia and I-95 corridor south through Annapolis and Baltimore on Sunday, with some heavy shower and thunderstorm activity moving into that region too, especially during the afternoon. On Monday, after the breaks of rain exit the region, we're going to experience temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 with a southwest to west flow. Tuesday, we're back into a west to northwest flow and an upper trough moving in. Notice these temperatures back through Pennsylvania. This is going to be a preview of some of the chillier air coming back into the forecast for early next week. Temperatures averaging near normal on Tuesday, running in the 70s across the region. And by the time we get to a Wednesday right now, it looks like basically the same kind of conditions. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, just either side of near normal, basically, or climatological normals for this time of the year, with the chillier air mass hanging back to the west. Forecasted charts from the Weather Prediction Center. Here comes the warm front and cold front to our west. We're still in a marine air mass in place right now with high pressure off of the coast of Maine, ridging down into the northern mid-Atlantic. And here is what's left over, still spinning with Bonnie here, or the post-tropical Bonnie, and still the upper level low and surface wave along this frontal boundary producing copious amounts of additional rainfall across central and southeastern Texas. This doesn't look good because we've got flooding, more flooding rains around this region across southeastern Texas and portions of Louisiana during the next 24 hours. Into tomorrow morning, we could find an isolated outlier shower or thunderstorm, most likely southwest here across Delaware and Maryland here, well, associated along this convergence zone along the front. Bonnie is going to get picked up here with this front, and as the front moves into the region by tomorrow, this thatched area of here across New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Well, that's showers and thunderstorms across the region as the front makes an attempt to get through here, and then the cold front comes through. And still, as that cold front is moving through the area on its Friday night and Saturday morning, it looks like this is probably going to be off the coast by then. So we're expecting a drier forecast on Saturday morning. And as we move into the weekend hours, this would be for Sunday, this area of low pressure here then begins to move up into our region. And we have another area of low pressure across the Great Lakes, these two converging together to produce copious amounts of periods of rain and thunderstorms around the region on Sunday. This upper low gets trapped under the North Atlantic ice oscillation block that's in place, with another cold front moving through, and this cold upper level flow moving into the region by Tuesday and Wednesday, producing an isolated scattered afternoon and evening shower or pop-up thunderstorm. The main story here will be the chillier air that will be building into place for next week, and of course the heavy rainfall, which could be a couple of inches and provide some flooding concerns around here on Sunday afternoon and Sunday night and Monday morning. HRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh. Here's Bonnie spinning off of the South Carolina coast. Here is our cold front approaching from the west, and this cold front will be slow to move through the region, but it will begin to interact and pick up the remnants of post-tropical cyclone Bonnie by tomorrow morning. And the showers and thunderstorms will be developing to our southwest. If we get into and extrapolate that out with the 4-kilometer NAM, here comes the showers and thunderstorms across the region tomorrow, basically a quarter to a half of an inch and isolated to higher amounts possible in any convection, especially early tomorrow morning, mainly north and west over the Poconos, southeastern New York, even northwestern New Jersey and the city could get in on some of this, but the timing would mean that the rainfall would be, a lot less than it would be convectively so with a higher sun angle in the afternoon. Now, tomorrow afternoon, that moves out. The front stalls to our south, and waves of low pressure begin to move up. Here comes the upper level low across in the polar stream here across the Great Lakes, and the rain that will be coming in from the southern stream system that's already producing copious amounts of damage in Texas. This will be moving into the region. Saturday looks dry, okay? By the time we get into Saturday night and Sunday, the rain will already be approaching our back doorsteps to the south and west, and it looks like Sunday is going to be a pretty rainy day around here. Bouts of moderate to heavy rain, some local thunder around the region, and that could be producing some copious amounts of rainfall in any of these heavier showers and thunderstorms. Extrapolating that out now to the GFS, here comes the rain, and then eventually the cold front moves through, and this would be for Monday morning. We're expecting most of this to get out of here in time for Monday morning's commute, most areas. Monday afternoon, a clearing trend begins, but we still have the upper level low in southeastern Canada. Spokes of vorticity spinning on the backside and underneath it mean that an afternoon or evening early shower or thunderstorm is still possible into Wednesday as this whole thing begins to lift away to the north and east, and slightly cooler air mass but drier air mass begins to build in from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. And we had another system exiting through the Gulf of Mexico, passing right over the Florida Straits and then out into the Atlantic again. Very active system weather pattern we have going on right now. So for everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. We'll be watching everything for you in great details with the updated video forecast discussions and our postings on Facebook. And again, our video forecast discussion updated again on Friday morning. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great Thursday.